Entrepreneurship Forum is an initiative which will strive to achieve the goal through women empowerment in business and focusing on giving women not just a platform to network and exchange resources like most of the clubs do here, but also objectively measure the outcomes of the likewise through enhancement and education and training programs of entrepreneurial skill development for the development of the socio-economic sector in UAE and MENA. And it takes me therefore immense pleasure to invite you to become members of the forum. I welcome on stage Group CEO of Berkeley Holdings and the President of the CEO Forum, Dr. Musa Sheikh.
Good afternoon, and we will start our discussion. You have an agenda with you. This agenda covers from a layman perspective that if you want to start up a business and you have no idea about finance, from where you will get money, you just have a dream or a desire that you want to achieve into a real business. For that, we have tailored in a way. We invite someone who is into industry and they are making companies for the clients and they present their work to you. I'm sure you would be quite informative after their presentation. Extending to this leading growth, customer and marketing and other issues we just finished with. It was a very lovely discussion, and these all discussion is required so I can start my discussion. So I'm very thankful to the guys. They build up the base and we can stately move forward. Now our agenda is pretty simple. We will a little bit talk about the concept of be your own boss. We have a choice, of course. We can go to an office, we can keep getting salaries. One day we will get retired, we'll get the pensions if you are a paid pension employees. And then you have to think after how to do, what to do, because that time you have to do something to move yourself activated. Same way, if you will think now, it will be a better choice that you can explore your ideas, your dream, your desires. I will also discuss the question that you raised that, the desires are the first and the other points comes later. We will have a discussion. This is a very interesting question. I truly appreciate. So, first is entrepreneurship, how to develop budgets and business plan. This is a little bit a technical document that we are going to go through. And you have this study material with you. I would refer this business plan, if you can just take out with me, so we will be on the same page, because we have to refer this business plan all the time after some discussion. This business plan sounds like this, right? So try to take out this business plan so we can go through one by one. It's a real business plan. You want to make a bank, or you want to make a restaurant, you want to make 5 people company, or you want to make 500,000 people company. This is the standard template that we need to go through. Deliberately, it is kept empty. If you see business plan, there is a company name. So all of you have to think that if you have an idea to do a business, what name you are going to give this business. So this is the exercise that after some basic presentation go through, I will sit and do with you. So I know this is very difficult. If you have a baby and you give a name to a baby, it takes maybe weeks or maybe 6 months to think about. Same way, your company, your idea, your passion, it takes time to develop, and you keep thinking if you're passionate about your businesses. So of course, thinking, cognition, behavior, everything will be involved in the process. On the right side, we have business activity. So you have to see that you want to make, we saw some toy e-commerce based. I'm not sure what you did, but everyone should have one business activity that we have to follow, right? The target is once you leave from this place, you have your own business, in papers at least, and in your thoughts. So thinking is the first process. Planning is the first thing that can lead to execution. This is all managerial sciences. We study all this, that without planning or management by objective, this is what is the recent trend to go. Capital invested is one another term. That is how much is your business you are going to put. Like your saving is 100,000, 1 million, 2 million, 5 million, 7 million, whatever is your business strength, because your total strength will determine our cash flow, assets, profit, income, marketing budgets, and all that knowledge that we are going to acquire. So this is what is the task after some basic information. I will just go through quickly with the table of content. That is the second document in the same field. First is, of course, every report should have some executive summary, which is summarizing your concept, that what you are going to do. And if someone is going to read, get a clear idea about your true perspective that you are planning to do. Although it is divided into certain headings like highlights, objectives, mission statements, and key to success. These are some typical terms. Moving forward, describe your business. Is it a sole trader, partnership? It's a listed company. You will go in Nasdaq to issue the shares, ask for public monies. Locations, there was some discussion about locations, interior, operation hours, products and services, suppliers, services, manufacturing management, financial management. These are all important things that we have to think about. Otherwise, this business model will not be complete and it will be on hit and trial basis. So why we study all this is we want to reduce the uncertainty. We don't say that making budget is going to make an absolute answer, but making a budget will clarify a lot of doubts about the future, and your future will become more predictable, and you will remove certain kind of fears and surprises for the management. Of course, as an entrepreneur, as an owner, you should have specialists. I mean, if I want to do a business, I want to be an expert of marketing, I want to be an expert of production, I want to be an expert of HR, I want to be an expert of R&D or accounting, costing, I want to be perfect dealing with the banks. This is not possible at all. We will build up an organizational structure. This structure is going to build up the selection of team. You need right people on board that will make a soft like a Microsoft. If you have a person like Bill Gates in your company, there are so many softs we know, eSoft, iSoft, there are a lot of, if you write, but the Microsoft is the most successful. The reason is the mental capability of the management, right? Same goes for Google, same goes for all big entities you know and you read and you are inspired from. So it's just an effort to build up an atmosphere. You are the leader. You have to lead from the front. You should have a vision to lead. You should know how to handle the people of those field which is not your core field. If you see a CEO life, CEO starts the day, 1 hour maybe sitting with the legal department, 1 hour with R&D, 1 with media, 1 with accounting, 1 with audit, and so on, and full day finishes off. So we cannot say that he knows everything. Of course, an accountant is an expertise in his business. Internal auditor is an expertise, but we should have an ability to see the business from the top. This is what we are trying to attempt for. And there are some appendixes with this: startup business, cash flows, income projections, profit and loss, balance sheet. I know this will sound maybe weird to you if you are not finance background guys, but still this is a reality. You have to go through. These are some hard efforts, but still once you will complete these readings, what is an asset, liability, equity, profitability, return on investment. I saw one question that which industry is good to invest in. Right, this is the question. If you Google, you will find some statistics that if you are a high risk company, you will have a high risk return. There are some high risk companies. If you are in necessities, for example, you sell rice, you sell commodities, these are low paid businesses, margins are really low. So in investment banking, if you go through, there are always, when you tell an investor that put your money into this business, everyone asks for a guaranteed return on investment, right? So if you put your money in a bank, maybe they will give you 2% on per annum. If you go buy stock exchange, invest with the broker, they might give you 7 to 9%, right? If you make your own business and your business works, you will get 19%. If your business model is exclusive, you will get 30%. If you are only, you don't have much competition, then you get up to 50% of operating profits. So how to select a business idea, how strong it is, what is the competitor analysis, model, and which industry you are, which country you are going to invest, what is the economy, what is the dollar rate, what is the pound, what is the geographical effects on such countries. These are really, really important consideration. If you are Microsoft and you go in, for example, Syria, you are Apple, you start making your store. When people are not happy, they are not safe, your company will be a complete failure. So product is important, but there are a lot of other factors that you have to go through with all this. Okay guys, let's start our discussion. What is an entrepreneur? Just a theoretical discussion. We have complex human behavior. There are a lot of people. Every mind is different from the other minds. Sometimes you say, what is this? I go office every day. I don't get any appreciation from anyone. My boss is not capable. I'm more capable. I'm more competent. But I don't get anything in the result. So what to do? I want to come out of all these things. So this is the first thought that lead you towards be your own boss. Be your own boss is a nature. It's a lifestyle. It's in you. There are people who are submissive. They can accept any kind of instructions, right? You can tell them do whatever, they will do for you. So these are the successful employees attitude as an attitude. So if we want to be an employer, self-employed, or our own bosses, the first analysis any expert will do with you is your personality analysis. That how strong your emotions and your decision-making process is. If your process is really strong, then it will be always advisable that you should make your own business. It may be 3 people, it may be 5 people, but that will be your kingdom. It will be your rule, it will be your policies, and you will run the company the way you want. So this is what starts, I always encourage entrepreneurship, because one person who leaves the job or start a business bring employment for next 2-3 people. We need a secretary, we need an accountant, we need someone to deal with the customer, because as a CEO you cannot sit and do everything. You need to delayer some powers. You will make a small structure. And imagine if we are talking about US, UK or Europe, we need to bring employment. All governments has rate of employment that they want to achieve. So everyone encourages to be your own boss. This is not your choice. It's the duty of those people who understand economy. They understand the issues related to women. Women is kept undermined for decades. In some countries, they were not allowed to come out of home. They were not allowed to study. They were treated in a way which was not even human. So the trends came. Now we have to invest in women mind for empowerment. We have to guide them. We have to lead them, because scientific research says the difference between a man mind and a woman mind, right? So that you can Google. I will not undermine the man and same time on the woman, but still as a part of our discussion, if you see the number of students in universities, you will see girls are more than boys. Girls take more marks in exams than the boys. A girl, when you assign some task, their mind is more devoted than a man. So they deliver the best out of, and that's why this nurse profession and some caring profession, they are always attribute to the women, because women is good in caring. Of course, they are building the kids, and it is a generic abilities they have. So they should be into business, because first of all, they should lead their own self. Plus, they will be the example of all those women who want to break the ice, who want to be in the market for the business purposes, but they are somehow reluctant. They are feared, because sometimes they don't have enough support from the people around them. So we need to give them an extra support so they can build up their futures in terms of self-employed. I have a very nice presentation, but that's not the agenda for the day. It's a 3-hour discussion. We took some ladies, successful ladies, and they share their experiences, and they tell that what make them self-employed. And there is no definition that you have a small company or a big company. We don't quantify your success with money, or number of people that you have, or the number of branches you own. It matters that what was your idea play an active role, a value addition in the market or the society. This is really important for a girl to understand what are their abilities. Some girls are really good in communication skills. So, every time you want to start a show or an event, you need a female voice that will make more pleasant atmosphere. And we need, for certain communications, you can see CNN, BBC, even the criminal journalism and other things, women are really active. They are in the war situations, they are covering the media. This is really, so girls are brave. They are strong. They don't care for the normal social things. They have break the bars. If you see the successful ladies, they are doing very good in terms of women initiatives. So we have some typical definitions. You may have your own definition. I strongly suggest there are some girls, they are on media, they have written a book, and they have become a little bit famous than you because you are on the route of that. But your words are equally important. If I ask you what is the definition of entrepreneur and you give me a definition, this should, and it makes sense that is the ideal, and we should record it and use it for the future uses. Because it's not that there are some people when they say something become very important, and there are some people when they keep saying things and no one give adherence to that. So always when we cross-reference quotations, this is good. We have to benchmark. These are inspirationals. But of course, you should always come out with your definitions, your experiences. If I ask how to make yourself successful, there is some, you have some thoughts, some points, and if it makes sense, then it should be taken in consideration, because this field is really new. Women empowerment, women initiative, women trainings, women businesses, it was always a male dominant, world, you can say, not the society, it's the world. Now it is delayering. We have a prime minister in UK, she is a female, right? Maybe the next election of US, you will see another female, right? And a woman should support women. This is the basic principle, apart from other political issues. Okay, a person who organizes and directs a business undertaking, assuming the risk for the same of the profit. See, if you do a job, your life is pretty easy. I'm talking from a CEO point of view, because what you will do, you will go to office, you will do your hard work, you will finish your day, and you will go home, right? This is what is. But because you don't have any legal responsibility in case any lawsuit comes to Nestle, Procter & Gamble, it's not your, as an employee, you are not part of this. There is a legal team that will investigate what is the issue. So you don't have much risk involved as an employee. But as an employer, if there are some employer in audience, they can feel that you have given the checks for rent, 4 PDCs, 6 PDCs, 2 PDCs, and you're always worried that these PDCs should not return, post-dated checks that you give in the rent, because it is going to damage the credibility of your business. Your banking channels will ask that why you don't have sufficient funds. You pay to suppliers. If your check returns, you carry a bad name in the market, right? So these are small sensitive things which, as an employer, you have to think about it, because maybe your accountant knows, he forgets. He was on annual leave when your check was going to present, So who is responsible? You may terminate him, but that is not going to help your reputation and your business loss, right? So as an employer, we have risk, a lot of risks. The first risk that we face is the market risk, business idea risk, For example, this bicycle, I'm not sure, I didn't listen actually properly that what was the plan. We will share after the lunch. But if it does not work, then you will hire a ERP developer who is going to take 1 year to make. You will hire a designer, you will talk to suppliers. Maybe 1 year is a research R&D that you have to do. It will cost some money to you, and then you find that, now it is not workable. There are so many e-commerce businesses, we don't know, right? There are some websites we know, like anything, like for example, Dobizzle in UAE, Amazon, everyone knows. These are big platforms. But there are a lot of other fashion websites, stores, which we have no idea. But they were made with an intention to be like Amazon, like Dobizzle, but they couldn't reach to that level. What are the causes? This is okay. This is not a discussion, but we are discussing that if you want to be your own boss, what are the fears or the risk that you have associated yourself with? So you have to compare and control. We use risk management tools to mitigate the risk associated with the business. It's not that we have risk, so we should not be an employer, It's not the case. We should know the risk and we should apply risk management techniques. And for everything, you have an expert available. For example, as I know, the gentleman who explained this marketing concept, he is a very good consultant in terms of marketing, right? You want to ask anything, they can provide you this way. I saw another gentleman, they are very good in terms of company formation. So when you pay, you get the services that you want. So in case of risk management, it's really important to consider. This is one of the definition. It may be the Harvard Business Review says the strongest motivation for an entrepreneur is to desire to do something better and more efficiently. Sometimes you start a business because you are not satisfied with the existing products and their services. And sometimes you don't have any availability. For example, in New York, parking is a big issue. In London, parking is a big issue. There are some case studies which is available, we can share later. There was a girl, she feel this problem. No one was feeling this problem, but she thought about this and she took some space from the Road and Transport Authority and she bought some cars. So what they did is, from busiest place to another busiest place, she took some space, she put the cars and she made a system, a mobile system, that if you want to travel from this place to this place, you pay online and you reserve this car for 1 hour. And the beauty is you don't need to come back. You will take the car from one place and you will, wherever you are going, you will drop it and you will take another car to go to some other place. So you don't need to come back. It's not like taxi. It's like, innovative way of handling the traffic and to avoid these kind of travel issues. Now this concept is pretty popular. This lady is one of the billionaire. I saw her in Harvard like 2 years before. There was some course and she looks like normal girl and we can never predict that she will be a millionaire or billionaire sometimes, but the concept really worked. And this concept is very much required sometime in the main city of Abu Dhabi or maybe in Dubai. These concepts can be launched. So how to think a creative business, it's a discussion, of course. We are just discussing some random thoughts and how to, if we can bring, you can think traditional. For example, I want to make a restaurant. This is very traditional. But if you want to make a restaurant, inside there is some speciality. There is a unique way of serving. The recipes are totally different, right? The way you are going to cater the customer. If you are innovative, this concept will definitely work, If you read the books of the successful people, you will find some common attributes in them. All of them were great listeners, great learners. They never say, we are the top people, what you are talking make no sense, right? You saw some people like this. You are trying to teach me, I'm this. Okay, you are this is okay. But the specific point, you should be a listener and you should be a reader. What is reader? You read. I'm not saying read books. I never saw a tangible book since 2 years, but we have e-books. We can download. You can go on certain websites. Symptom of there is a book called there's a guy, his name is Brian Tracy, you might heard about. He is a self-made millionaire. He said that if you want to be a millionaire, so do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So these are some people, they give their life experiences, right? Life experience. If you are experienced, I should ask from you that what you are doing, how you are doing, so I can get something out of you, right? And it should be two-way, that we learn from people and people learn from us. This is how its two-way communication goes. So this sustainability is really important. And we will check the critical risk, problems, and assumption related to. Business speaks a language called accounting, finance. This is the language of the business. If I want to know how good or bad your business is, my first question is how much you invest. What is your return on investment? How much is your cash balance? Did you buy some valuable called assets? How much are of long-term nature, means as furniture, fixture, cars, buildings, and how much you have cash, bank, receivable, and inventory in your business. This will start sounding, yes, we can analyze your business. Plus, I need to know, if you want an advice from me about your business, what are last 5 years figures, last 5 years sale figures, cost of goods sold, gross profit, operating expenses, so then we can start analyzing. So as I told you, that as entrepreneur, we don't want to be an expert of all these terminologies, but to a level where we can set the strategic direction, that's really important to go for. And of course, this is a forum. We have regular sittings, meetings. The next date will be announced and we will invite you again. So that time we will request you to bring this business plan and we will continue way forward so you can have a value out of this training. Think about your business, what name you are going to give, how much money you feel you have to invest in your business plan, and accordingly just think about what will be the pricing strategy. It guides you. These are very well documented flow. It will guide you how to move forward, and it will help you to rationalize your business ideas and plans, right? So here I will close the discussion, and I will thank you for giving us this opportunity for sharing some knowledge. And thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mehta.